Let's break down the significant overhaul the Chase Sapphire Reserve has just undergone. We're talking about a card now boasting up to $2,700 in potential benefits, but it comes with a notable increase in its annual fee, which has jumped to $795. Over the next few minutes, we'll systematically go through every change, what's staying the same, and what this all means for you, helping you determine if the Sapphire Reserve is still the right premium credit card for your wallet. This detailed analysis, much like the excellent content often provided by channels such as at Max Miles Points, aims to give you all the necessary facts. Earning points. What's changed and what hasn't first? Let's dive into the earning structure, as this is where some of the most impactful changes have occurred, and opinions will likely vary. What's new is an impressive 8 times points on all Chase travel bookings, a comprehensive category that includes flights, hotels, car rentals, cruises, and activities. This simplifies things considerably. Additionally, you'll now earn 4 times points on flights and hotels booked directly with the airline or hotel. This is a direct upgrade for those who prefer to book directly rather than through a portal. What's staying the same is the solid 3 times points on dining worldwide, a consistent perk for food enthusiasts. Now with this new structure, what's gone? The previous 5 times points on flights and 10 times points on hotels through Chase Travel have been eliminated. While those numbers were high, the new 8 times points across the board on all Chase Travel purchases offers a simpler, more consistent earning experience. As some financial analysts, including those whose content is often explored by Max Miles Points, have pointed out, however, there's a significant change that could be disappointing for many: the discontinuation of the 3 times points on all general travel purchases. This was a hugely flexible category that applied to a broad range of expenses like ride-sharing services, Uber, Lyft, parking, tolls, and train tickets. This broad utility is now gone. Instead of that wide-ranging 3 times points on general travel, Chase has replaced it with the 4 times points on flights and hotels booked directly. So if your spending habits heavily relied on that broad 3 times travel category for various incidentals, this is a clear downgrade. You'll now only earn 1 time points on those specific transactions. However, if you're someone who consistently books flights directly with airlines and hotels, you're looking at an upgrade from 3 times to 4 times points on those specific purchases. This represents a trade-off, and whether it's a net positive or negative depends entirely on your specific travel and spending patterns. For visual breakdowns of these changes, you might find similar useful infographics in analyses by creators like Max Miles Points. Travel benefits, evolution, and consistency. Moving on to travel benefits, let's start with a sigh of relief. The highly flexible and much-loved $300 annual travel credit is staying the same. This credit's broad applicability across almost any travel expense, usable in any increment, has long been considered one of the best perks of the Chase Sapphire Reserve, making it incredibly easy to use and maximize, a point often emphasized in detailed credit card reviews, including those from Max Miles Points. What's new and potentially very valuable is a new $500 annual hotel credit. This is divided into 2 $250 segments, one for use from January through June and another from July through December. The key condition is that these bookings must be made through Chase Travel's Edit Collection, which is a curated list of luxury high-end hotels. There's also a 2-night minimum stay requirement, and bookings must be prepaid. While $250 typically won't cover 2 consecutive nights at these upscale properties, if you are already planning 2 luxury hotel stays per year, this credit becomes much easier to utilize. When you book through the Edit Collection, you also receive additional perks, including a $100 property credit, complimentary breakfast, potential room upgrades, and early check-in or late checkout if available. These additional benefits significantly enhance the value proposition of the hotel credit for those who can use it, as detailed in comprehensive breakdowns, similar to those you might find on at Max Miles Points' channel. These perks can genuinely add up. Another new travel-related benefit is that cardholders will now receive IHG One Rewards Platinum status through 2027. This status provides useful perks when staying at IHG hotels, such as early check-in, late checkout, room upgrades based on availability, and welcome amenities. There's also a new service providing access to reserve travel designers, essentially a concierge service designed to help you plan your trips. This service is valued by Chase at $300 per trip. The utility of this will depend on the level of personalization and detail offered. Ideally, it should go beyond templated itineraries and cater to individual preferences. Regarding existing benefits, the TSA PreCheck or Global Entry $120 credit every 4 years stays the same. Airport Lounge Access remains unchanged as well, offering Sapphire Lounge access with 2 additional guests and continued Priority Pass access. Furthermore, all existing travel protections, including trip delay insurance, baggage delay insurance, primary car rental insurance, and no foreign transaction fees, are exactly the same, providing continued peace of mind for travelers. For clear visual summaries of these unchanged benefits, you can refer to the detailed overviews often shared by Max Miles Points. Lifestyle benefits, a major shift. This is perhaps the biggest philosophical shift for the card, with Chase introducing a substantial suite of new lifestyle-focused benefits. What's new here begins with a $300 dining credit, also split biannually $150 for January-June and $150 for July-December. This credit is specifically for Sapphire Reserve exclusive restaurants. These are generally high-end establishments, primarily located in major cities. The good news is that the credit is automatically triggered when you use your Sapphire Reserve card at these restaurants, requiring no activation. The challenge is ensuring you dine at these specific locations to extract the value. Another new addition is a $300 StubHub credit, also biannual with $150 available for each half of the year. Cardholders will also receive complimentary Apple TV Plus and Apple Music subscriptions, valued at approximately $250. You'll need to activate these on the Chase website to redeem them. There's also a $120 Peloton credit, which essentially breaks down to $10 per month, towards their online workout subscription services. Regarding lifestyle benefits that are staying the same, the $120 Lyft credit, broken down into $10 per month, remains, as does the significant $300 DoorDash value, broken into $25 per month, and complimentary Dash Pass access. My honest take on these new lifestyle credits, while there's a large quantity of them, they are highly specific. To truly get value, you need to actively use StubHub, DoorDash, dine at these specific high-end restaurants, or have a Peloton subscription. These aren't like cashback. They are essentially store credits for services and places Chase has selected. In many ways, Chase is attempting to mold your spending habits to fit and utilize these services. You are effectively prepaying for these credits by paying the annual fee. Whether these lifestyle credits are worth it depends entirely on how well they align with your existing lifestyle and spending. For a similar no-nonsense breakdown of these new perks, consider checking out the analyses presented by Max Miles Points, High Spender Benefits, and Points Redemption Changes. For those high spenders who use their card extensively, there are even more perks. If you spend $75,000 or more annually on this card, you unlock additional benefits. This includes IHG Diamond status, the highest IHG tier, Southwest A-List status, and a $500 Southwest credit specifically for bookings made through Chase Travel. You'll also receive a $250 credit for Chase's The Shop, which is an online platform featuring curated items from major brands like Dyson and Samsonite. These are significant additional benefits designed to reward very high spending on the card. A unique offering explored in detail, but by financial content creators, including Max Miles Points. Now let's talk about points redemption, an area that has become a bit more complicated with the new Sapphire Reserve. You still have 3 primary options for redeeming your points for travel. Cash back at 1 cent per point and transferring points to various travel partners, where valuations can vary significantly depending on the partner and redemption, are both staying the same. The major change is how points are redeemed through the Chase Travel Portal. The previous flat 1.5 cents per point redemption value is ending. Instead, Chase is introducing something called Points Boost. With Points Boost, you can get up to 2 cents per point on select bookings and 1 cent per point on everything else. The catch here is that Chase will determine which bookings qualify for the higher 2 cents per point value, and you won't know until you actually go into the Chase Travel Portal and run a search. It appears that Points Boost will primarily be limited to premium bookings, such as business class flights or luxury hotels. However, if you are the type of traveler who consistently books premium cabins or has a preference for luxury hotels, you'll likely find more opportunities to utilize Points Boost and redeem your points at the 2 cents per point valuation through Chase Travel. This particular change in redemption strategy has been a key discussion point in many analyses, including those provided by Max Miles Points. For both existing and new cardholders, the Points Boost option will become available on June 23, 2025. Here's a crucial detail for existing cardholders. If you had the Chase Sapphire Reserve before June 23, 2025 and earned points before October 26, 2025, you will still be able to redeem those specific points for 1.5 cents per point through Chase Travel until October 26, 2027. This offers a beneficial transition period, allowing you to choose the redemption method that provides higher value for your previously earned points. Annual fee and overall value proposition. With all these new benefits and changes, the new annual fee for the Chase Sapphire Reserve will be $795. However, it's important to note how this applies to existing cardholders. If you held the Chase Sapphire Reserve before June 23, 2025, you will get all the new credit card benefits on October 26, 2025, and your annual fee will increase to $795 at your next renewal after October 26, 2025. For new applicants, if you apply for the Chase Sapphire Reserve on or after June 23, 2025, you will immediately receive all the new perks and benefits, and you will also immediately pay the $795 annual fee. Whenever there's a price increase or an annual fee increase on a credit card, it's never a positive experience. However, if you observe the trend with other premium credit cards, annual fees consistently rise, yet people continue to pay them. Essentially, you are prepaying your annual fee for the entire year to gain access to these perks and benefits. What credit card issuers hope for is what's called breakage, meaning you forget about or don't fully utilize these perks and credits. However, if you are diligent, actively use the benefits, and they align with your lifestyle, then all the new credits can be quite valuable and you can easily come out ahead. This concept of breakage and maximizing benefits is a common theme discussed by channels like Max Miles Points. For example, with the $795 annual fee, if you simply utilize the $300 annual travel credit, which is generally very easy to use, your effective annual fee immediately drops to $495. If you then also utilize the $500 credit for stays with the Edit hotels, by using just those two main benefits, you effectively break even on the annual fee. On top of that, you also get all the other perks and benefits as pure upside, such as lounge access, various insurance protections, and the new lifestyle credits. So, whether this card is worth it truly depends on your individual travel habits, your lifestyle, and how these perks and benefits integrate into your spending and living patterns. In my opinion, the old Chase Sapphire Reserve was an excellent all-around travel credit card. This new version, however, has evolved into more of a luxury lifestyle credit card that happens to have travel benefits. I believe that's the fundamental shift here. So what are your thoughts on this dramatic overhaul? Are you planning to keep the Chase Sapphire Reserve? Are you considering getting it, or are you now looking at other premium credit card products? Your feedback and perhaps even comparing notes with other informative content from Max Miles Points would be valuable. Please let us know in the comments below. Kindly subscribe to our channel and be the first to know what happens next in our later videos.